Well, welcome along to my YouTube channel. If you're new around here, I'm the Gobby Gaffer and I play Football Manager 2023. If you're a regular viewer then, well, thanks for your support, your likes, your comments and your subscriptions. And in today's episode, cheating! Oh, very controversial. Now, as we all know, as a Football Manager player, which I am, I'm not allowed to cheat. The AI, on the other hand, can do it whenever it wants. Little bit of a backstory to this. So a good few weeks ago now, I realised I was watching my videos back and I thought, you know what? Nobody wants to listen to an old man whinging and moaning about Sports Interactive and the stupidity in the game. So I thought, okay, let's change tack. Let's play the game for what it is. It's a silly game. It's a silly computer game. It's not a football management game at all. It's a silly game because a lot of the things that are in it, let's face it, if we're all, truthful about it, a lot of things in it are very, very, very silly. And I could sit here for hours going on about all the silly things that you can't say to players and the set piece things that the board want, the stupid things that goalkeepers do. But anyway, I thought, no, let's play it as a silly game. So I decided to make my YouTube channel and my videos a lot more upbeat, and it kind of helped that, my team was doing really well. I'd made some really good signings and my team was doing really well. So that kind of helped along the way. I'm now managing, as you know, a Borussia Monchengladbach, and it's a brand new team. I'm a brand new manager with them. I've not been able to make any signings. I'm playing with the squad that's there, and generally the game will make it really difficult for you. Now, there's making it difficult for you and downright cheating. Yes, there's that word again, cheating. So we've not had the greatest start to the season. And one of the early games was at Bayern Munich, away from home. Knew it was going to be a tough game. Knew more than likely we would lose. Okay, fine. You accept that in the game, don't you? But I set up a tactic. I set everything really cautious, a very defensive tactic, and we were doing really, really well in the game until this happened. So in the 69th minute, we defended really well and we were doing absolutely amazing, and then that happened. Now, up until then, we had done really well. The game had done its level best to have Bayern Munich beat us like 8-0. Because every single highlight that was shown, we gave the ball away. Every single one. We never kept control of the ball. We just looked like a gang of buffoons. We just gave Bayern Munich the ball every time. Keeper had a great game, saved a lot of, a lot of shots. And, they didn't have the shooting boots on as such on that day. But then we get to that 69th, 70th minute and... I know a lot of people will say, okay, fine, you're Borussia Monchengladbach, it's early days in your tenure as manager there, Bayern Munich always going to beat you, and it's just the game's kind of graphical kind of interpretation of what's going to happen, because, take no notice of the match engine. Well, I have to tell you, I just bought FIFA, and FIFA is a revelation. If I could make YouTube videos out of FIFA, I would do it in a heartbeat, because FIFA is controllable. You feel like you're in control. This game is anything but. What is Sports Interactive doing with a goalkeeper there when they get a through ball and he just stands there and lets them score? What, seriously, what is it? Anyway, I'm doing it again. I'm a whinging old man, and the game has made me into a whinging old man. And I have to tell you that at this moment in time, when that goal went in, I very, very nearly shut the game down, and I thought, right, I ain't ever playing this game again because it's cheating, and I'm not allowed to cheat, but the game can. Okay, ran over. So let's have a look how it's been going. It's not been going great, if I'm honest, but we've had one or two decent results. So after that fine victory in the first round of the German Cup, we then had a home game against Hoffenheim, and Marcus Thuram. He'd scored a hat-trick in the cup game. He scored a goal in that one, got us a 1-1 draw. Wasn't the greatest of results, but that was really the last we saw of Marcus Thuram, because even though he's played every game, he's not been allowed to score. I mean, I feel really sorry for Marcus Thuram in game, because every shot that he puts in now is hitting somebody's ankles and balloons up into the air and drops it. I can kind of... Again, I'm doing it again, aren't I? You know, it's so... You just know what's going to happen before it happens. Okay, let's try and keep it light-hearted. So, yeah, Hoffenheim 1-1. Then we went away to Schalke, got beat 2-0. And at that stage, I thought, this is not great. But then we had a game against Hertha Berlin. We beat them 3-2. We were winning this game 3-1. And then... in FM's inimitable style, they basically then scored a second goal, and then there was a humongous amount of highlights in like the last 2 minutes of time added on, just to keep you on the edge of your seat. But it's not scripted, and it's not cheating, no. Okay, that's the last time I'm going to mention it, honestly, the last time. So then we'll skip over the Bayern game, because I'm absolutely furious about that one. The winger system I wasn't particularly happy with. In the cup game, the two wingers played really well. Noss on the left-hand side, I think he got 2 assists in that game, 3 assists, played really well. Hoffman on the right, again, likewise, had a really good game. After that, neither of them could kick a ball straight. So for the mains game, I changed it and I played with the shadow striker, no wingers, a little bit back to my RC Lon style again. And it seemed to work, because we had a nice 3-0 win in that one. Stindl, our club captain, he's back from injury, and he got on the score sheet. And then Lena popped up with 2 nice goals, brought him on as a sub at right wing back. And he popped up in extra time added on, and he scored 2 goals, won that 3-0. Very nice victory. So as you can imagine, we're not placed very nicely in the league. At the moment, we're in 10th. After 5 games played, we've got 7 points. Top of the shop at the moment are Leipzig and Hoffenheim. Bayern Munich will end up top, obviously, but they're 3rd at the moment. But they're on a bit of a roll now. They dropped a few points. If you can see there that Bayern Munich, yeah, they've drawn 2, won 3, but they are back on a little bit of a roll now. So they will end up top, and there's not a lot you can do about that, is there really? Well, not this season there isn't, but providing I don't lose my rag completely and I decide to carry on playing the game, then, well, we'll see how we progress. The transfer window has been and gone, and although there were lots of interest in quite a few of my players, which would have brought some much needed finance into the club, in the end, none of them went. So we ended up with a barren transfer window. We didn't bring anybody in, and we didn't sell anybody. And the finances now are looking not great. We've got a £2 million deficit in the bank. We still have the transfer budget. To be fair, if I spend that, we're going to go nearly 5 million in the red in the bank. So not quite sure there. We're still under the wage budget, but we are losing money now, and that's a little bit of a concern, seeing as the season started and we now have revenue coming in. One of the things I have noticed is in debts and loans, there was a state loan taken out for 43 million, which we're not going to pay back until 2036, not fully anyway, and that's costing us £180,000 a month. So I seem to be specialising in taking over clubs who have taken out big loans and owe a lot of money and are in financial difficulty. So I promise, no more ranting today. Can't promise I'm not going to rant in future, but certainly not today. I'm not going to rant at today. Let's have a quick look at the schedule. We'll be watching 2 games today, so let's have a quick look at the schedule. And those games are going to be an away game against Freiburg and a home game against Leipzig. And did I just say Leipzig were near the top? Let's just have a quick look again. Leipzig are top of the league at the moment, so Freiburg are in 8th. Leipzig are top of the shop at the moment. They've won 4, drawn 1, so that's going to be quite a difficult game. Anyway, let's get stuck in, shall we? Let's go and watch this first game. I'll see you in the dugout. Welcome to the Europa Park Stadion here in Freiburg. And the team for today is, with a little bit of a change tactic, it's Omlin in goal, back four of Ben Sabeni, Itakura, Elvedi and Scally. Kramer is the DM today, two in the middle of Nauhaus and Weigl, who is the DLP today, but playing a little bit further forward. We've got shadow striker of Hoffman, and two up front today. We've got Thurman and Stindl, the club captain, who is back from injury and actually did score a goal for us in the last game. And we do get a highlight straight from the kickoff, and it's Freiburg with the ball. Need a nice compact performance today. Everybody needs to be switched on. We need to be nice and tight in defence, nice and creative in midfield. We've got two strikers on the pitch today, so I'm hoping for a couple of goals at least today, but we shall see. We've not been playing that well, so but I mean, if that was a highlight, well, I'll eat my hat, because nothing actually happened. But I don't know what constitutes a highlight. A man kicking a football? Okay then. Well, I kicked a football with my grandson at weekend. Is that a highlight? Anyway, let's get away from the silliness. And although it's difficult to do that, isn't it? Because he's football manager, and we all know how silly it can be. Stop the moaning, stop the whinging. Ben Sabeni, back to Itakura, Kramer, Itakura again, Elvedi. We've just got to be very, very careful we don't give the ball away like we did against Bayern Munich. We didn't have one meaningful attack in the Bayern Munich game, and that's just past the post. Every time we got the ball in the Bayern Munich game, we just gave it away, and it got really boring in the end. Really, really boring. I mean, one of the reasons I didn't show that on camera was because I kind of knew we would get beaten it, but if I'd have showed that on camera, it was the most frustrating game to watch. Defensively, we did really, really well, and you know, we kept the ball out of the back of the net, but we gave Bayern Munich far too many chances. Anyway, let's stop talking about the Bayern Munich game. We've got Bayern Munich on the brain, and I'm still absolutely furious. And that is a very, very poor ball, and a very strange ball to play. But Freiburg just working the ball around at the back now, having has given them the ball. They're coming down their left-hand side. Peterson has now got the ball. Can we get a foot in there? No. But they do give it to us. No, we've given it back again. And this possibly could end up in the back of the net. Omlin makes a very, very good save there. Very nice to see that. Corner going to come in from Doan. This is going to be an in-swinger. Ball's headed out. And for once, we do pick a ball up there from a headed out corner, which is quite nice to see. You don't get very many of them. Well, I don't. But we're back again with another Freiburg free kick. And that ball is punched out there by Omlin. A very curious highlight this. Ball's coming back in again. No, it's not. Ben Sabeni. Ben Sabeni has been very, very poor since that first game. You know, I could see why Tottenham were after him, because he actually looked the business, but he's been very, very poor. Yet we don't need to see those, because they never get given us over the line. So we're into the half an hour mark now. I think we're just going to give the lads a little shout of encouragement, because they're all looking a little bit glum. And that's cheered them up no end. Ben Sabeni with the free kick in. I think what I need to do is I need to criticise players a bit more, because if you remember Nauhaus, I was criticising him. He stuck the ball in the back of the net. So I need to maybe be a little bit critical of players a bit more, and then the next thing you know, they've turned it on and scored a goal. Anyway, it's back with Freiburg again, and the ball is into the box, and that looks like we've given away a penalty. And the penalty review says the penalty is awarded. So unless our keeper can make a valiant save here, we are going to go 1-0 down just before half-time. And the keeper goes the wrong way. Freiburg 1-0 in the lead. And this is not exactly... I mean, it's not unsurprising, to be honest, because we've not really started very well. but I did think after the last game that we'd maybe found a formation here that was working for us. But anyway, we'll need to get them in at... oh, I mean, look at this again. Can we not hit a ball straight that doesn't hit the back of somebody's head or hit their ankles? It's getting a little bit boring and frustrating to watch. Hoffman with the corner. Ball's headed out. Gonna go back to Hoffman. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Hoffman's got the ball, and that's given us offside. Last highlight of the first half, I think. Kramer to Thorum. Now House. Ball through to Hoffman. Just slide it across now. Yeah, okay. I mean, you always know, don't you, when the AI's in control, they won't do the right things. That just needed sliding across, and it was a cert goal. But anyway, okay. So Freiburg back with the ball again, and they do exactly what we should have done just then. The AI was in control. The ball was on that side of the penalty area, slid across, chance at goal. When we had it, we didn't get that. Okay, into the dressing room then. What was that? Get your act together, start playing football. Okay, a couple of subs as well. Thuram was in danger of losing his, well, you can insert your own word there. So I brought the young kid Sanchez on up front. I've used him a couple of times in that position. He's done okay. And Fraulo has come on again, the other young kid. They've both been playing really well for me when I brought them on. So Fraulo replaces Hoffman as shadow striker. And we've gone to a positive mentality. Let's see if we can actually start playing some positive football and stop hitting the people, back of people's heads and hitting their ankles and the ball looping up. Because I'm getting a little bit bored of that now. It's not great to watch. And of course there we've given the ball away again. Bit of a tackle there. Not quite sure why that was a highlight. Is the AI struggling in this game for highlights? Because it's showing some, you know, it's going to show us highlights of the grass growing in a minute, I think, because there doesn't seem to be anything in the game that's worthy of a highlight. Good header out there. Nice header there. Now House gives the ball back to them. So Freiburg are coming back at us again now. Ball into the box. No, they're doing the same thing now. Hitting somebody's ankles, the ball loops up. Weigl now coming away with the ball. Come on, Weigl. Put the ball forward. Sanchez, can you stick it in the back of the net? It's a bit ambitious. He tried to chip the keeper, but it didn't work, unfortunately. So we're going to give them a demand more, I think. I don't care whether they're smiley-faced or not. And that was such a poor free kick. Such a poor free kick. I mean, we're making it so easy for Freiburg here. Can we get a tackle in that? Very, very nearly got a tackle in. Can we get a tackle in there? No, we can't. Ball into the box, headed over the bar, and we do get away with one. Freiburg again, another Freiburg highlight. We have picked the ball up this time though. Ben Sabeni. Fraulo, ball over at Sanchez. I'm not sure whether he kept himself onside there. And again, we hit somebody's ankles and the ball loops up over the bar. And it's the same thing time and time and time again. Stindl with the corner. That comes to absolutely nothing. Okay, a little change of shape. I've taken Kramer off, he was on a yellow card. I've brought Kone on and pushed him a little bit further forward, so he's the DLP now. Weigl is going to be the box-to-box, and Lehner has come on at left wing-back. Ben Sabeni getting very, very tired, and I'm not quite sure whether that's why he's... because he has played every game. I'm not sure whether that's the reason that his form has dipped an awful lot. Just tiredness, basically. But at the moment, I don't have a squad that is my squad where I've got at least, you know, 2 players for every position. So whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. So I'm playing with what I'm given here. But Freiburg back on the ball again, and they're coming down. They seem to be a lot more incisive than we are. I mean, look at that ball over there onto their left-hand side. Lovely ball. Gunter there with the ball into the box. And that's got headed out. Stindl is going to pick that up. Nice footwork there. Lovely ball forward for Sanchez. Can he chip that in? No, he can't. And I think it was flagged offside anyway. So we're still losing this game, and I think we're going to have to go attacking now. We're going to give the lads a berate because this is not going well. Now House with a free kick. Cross to Fraulo. He can put those in. Not this time. He scored an absolute cracker in one of the off-camera games, but unfortunately not this time. Sanchez with the corner. Floating the corner in. Don't even get ahead to that. The person on the far post there didn't even jump for that ball, and again we give the ball away. So we're heading for a 1-0 defeat here unless somebody actually turns something on, and Sanchez there had the chance but didn't take it. A final change of the game, 73 minutes on the clock. Stindl looking very, very tired. He has just come back from injury, so player has come on as the deep lying forward up front. And we're going to give them another berate, I think. Oh, we can't yet. It's not reset itself. Can somebody look like they want to get to that ball? We need a little bit more dynamism here. We're looking off the pace. Everything's looking very, very slow and sluggish. And this is very nice possession. But come on, lads, we're 1-0 down. We need to stick that round white thing between the two white sticks. Sanchez, can he do it this time? And very, very, very poor. He is only a young lad, so I think we maybe are suffering a little bit here with, you know, like the young lads being on the pitch. Fraulo with the corner. That one's headed straight back to him, and he has a shot. And that's been given as, another corner. So Fraulo is going to take this corner again, and it's going to be an outswinger. Outswinging corner to the far post. Again, we don't get head on that ball. Now House with the ball now. It's a Cora. We just about get to that one. We just about look lively there. I think that is offside. Yeah, it's offside. But again, Sanchez with another gilt-edged chance. And we are going to berate them again now. We're berating them. Come on, we need a goal. We need to get back in this game. This is not good enough. And again, another ball into the box. I'm going to have to try and rejig. And what? Oh, he's won it back. And Sanchez just had to stick his leg out there, and that was in the back of the net. So we're not going to win this game. Sanchez has had absolutely. And there's another one of those. Hits the back of somebody's ankles. Loops up in the air. Has there been an update or something where that's been brought in that I've missed? Because that seems to be happening to us so many times in a game. Oh my word. Lena with the ball. And he puts that into, well, it's not exactly Rose Ed, but it may as well have been. So I've tried lots of things in this game. I've tried changing the shape. I've tried bringing new players on. I've tried changing the tactic a little bit, swapping players over, and nothing is working. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm meant to do. This formation, I think, was looking like the way forward. Now House there didn't even bother running for that one. So their goalkeeper has the ball now after a very, very lacklustre. I mean, you can't even. It's an insult to call it an attack, isn't it? Really. Sanchez, what can he do with this now? Can he slide the ball into the middle for somebody to get their head on that ball? No, they can't. It's come out again. Very, very poor. Scally, and the keeper saves that one. So I'm not quite sure how many chances we've had in this game. We do get a free kick now, House, and again the ball hits the back of somebody's head. I don't know about you, but this is getting really, really tiresome and boring. Now House with a corner that is going to hit the back of somebody's head or hit somebody's ankles, I'm sure. Fraulo to Scally, and that was nothing near a highlight. Freiburg back with the in the dying seconds now. They're going to get the win here, and very, very, very poor performance this. Very, very poor performance. We're just going to have to hope that we can see this season out, I think. Try and get mid-table. I mean, the board want Europa League, so, I mean, the way we're playing at the moment, we're not going to get Europa League. It's early doors though, you never know, we might start turning it on. And there we go, we've gone down to a 1-0 defeat. They're going to get an absolute flea in the rear for that one. And this is not great, it's not great to watch. We're now down in 13th place, so far from getting a European place, we're now looking at relegation maybe. It's going to be tough, I think, to stave off relegation this season. But if the game keeps us having the ball hitting the back of people's heads and their ankles and shots not going between the two white sticks, there's not a lot I can do. Again, when the AI is in control, it's very, very, very difficult. Okay, onward and upward. The next game is not going to get any easier. It's Leipzig, and they are, well, they were top of the league. I'm not quite sure where they are at the moment, but we'll see you in the dugout for that one. Hopefully, let's try and put on a better display. We can only hope. Well, we do need to start putting some points on the board very quickly now, and unfortunately today is another very, very tricky game. Leipzig still top of the league, so they're going great guns at the moment. This is a very, very tough game. Anyway, the team is Omlin in goal, back four of Ben Sabeni, Itakura, Elvedi and Lena. We've got Kramer at the base of the midfield that has Weigl and Kone ahead of him. We've got Hoffman as a shadow striker with Thuram and Stindl up front. So it doesn't really matter who we're playing. We do need to make the most of home advantage. And I know this is going to be a tough game, but at the end of the day, we need those 3 points desperately. Kone bursting forward in the penalty area, gets the ball taken off him. And that is just played straight out to their centre forward. And they turned defence into attack at the flick of a switch there. Bursting through again, Kone just stands with the ball, gives the ball away, and we're just looking very, very, very poor here. Leipzig with a bit of a rash shot there. I think we are going to give the lads a little bit of encouragement. They're all looking a little bit glum at the moment. Lena with the throw. That's picked up again by Leipzig, so we're just not controlling the ball. Kone there with some nice work. Little bit of endeavour there. Nice to see. It would be nice if that rubbed off on one or two more players. Itakura at the back. Elvedi. Kone. That's going to go right side, I think. Yes, it's gone to Lena. Stindl through to Hoffman. He needs to slide that across now. No, he doesn't. He actually scores an absolute blinder there. So, shadow striker from right winger, and he's come in there and blasted a shot in with his right foot. Absolutely beautiful goal. Just watch that again. Kone to Lena. Stindl. Beautiful ball there as the deep line forward. And Hoffman with a cleaner finish as you're likely to see. This is a bit more like it. A little bit more clean and clinical. And this is what we need to be doing going forward. It may well take me... I mean, it's whether I get the time or not. And that's the problem, isn't it? Am I going to get the time with this team to put my stamp on it? And, you know, if we end up outside of the Europa League places, then potentially I could get sacked. I don't know. But let's face it, this is a one-club save, so that wouldn't be ideal, would it really? Anyway, ball in there. Very, very poor ball in. We get to that at the near post. Managed to clear that, but it is coming back at us again. Leipzig. Leipzig are very dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if they got a goal back before half-time. Ball through there. Can we pick that ball up? Yes, we can, but we've given it away again. So we get little glimpses of brightness through the game, and then we just play like buffoons most of the time. But anyway, Thuram has got the ball down this left-hand side now. Again, we're struggling to get players in the box to support in. Oh, what a shot and what a save. It does seem to be a little bit of a feature of our game. We do struggle to get numbers in the box to support. And I'm trying various things to put that right. We are bobbing through to half-time now with a 1-0 lead, which is absolutely brilliant. And we do reach half-time, so the lads are going to get a real good pat on the back. Good first half performance. Keep it up. And we're going to go into the second half now with Leipzig. Get us underway for the second half. And it's that highlight from the kickoff. Ball through there. This time the AI doesn't perform any buffoonery and lets the keeper come out and realise there's a football in front of him and he can actually pick it up. I will stop complaining about that Bayern Munich game soon, I promise. Can somebody get somebody needs to... Right, okay. Yep. We're inviting them on to us now, so we just need to be... In fact, I think I'm just going to make a little bit of a change. So I'm making a little bit of a change there. I've dropped the tempo down. We seem to be a little bit, you know, we get the ball and we're kind of trying to, you know, move the game along. We need to kind of keep possession and keep control of the game. And I've gone to be more disciplined as well. So let's just see if those changes can see us keeping the ball a little bit more. The changes have not taken place yet. Can we get that ball out? Yes, we can, but only to a Leipzig shirt, and that's gone for a corner. But the corner came to nothing, which is quite nice to see. And we're now bobbing through there. Hopefully we're holding on to the ball a little bit better now. Leipzig have had 8 shots, 2 on target. They are looking the better of the two teams as it stands. But hopefully that little change of tactic can see us just keep the ball a little bit more. Be a little bit more cautious with it. But Leipzig again, and that would look like a terrific save. It was a terrific save by the keeper. 65 minutes on the clock, couple of changes. Ben Sebaini again looking very, very tired. I am going to have to start looking at this left wing back role because we don't really have a lot of options there. But anyway, Scally, who's normally the right wing back, has come on in his place there. And I brought the young kid Sanchez on for another game just to give Thuram a little bit of a rest. And you never know, Sanchez could nick us the second goal. So we're going to confirm that. And we come back to a highlight. Hoffman swings the ball in. Oh, I thought that was in then. That was an absolutely brilliant free kick. And the header just goes wide of the post. But Leipzig again. I mean, it's pretty obvious this. They're going to come at us. They're top of the league. Stindl with the ball. We do need to try and keep control of this ball a lot better. Leipzig now coming down this left-hand side. I'm pretty sure that they are going to score here. Look how many men they've got in the box. They've got 4 men in the box, which is something that we do struggle to do. Ball's in there, headed out. It's come straight back to them, and that's whacked into the back of the net. It's 1-1, and we've lost the lead with that. And that is very, very sad to see. I thought there was a moment where I thought we were going to do it in this game, but obviously not. 71 minutes, couple more changes. Fraulo and Neuhaus has come on in midfield. I've dropped Weigl back to a deep-lying playmaker role, so we've got a couple of fresh legs in midfield. And we have gone to a positive mentality now. So we're going to give them, I think we're going to give them a demand more actually. Let's give them a demand more. I mean, a point against the league leaders is not a bad result, but we were winning this game 1-0, and this game just looks like it's running into a draw now. We do have the ball. Can we keep hold of the ball? No, we can't. Yes, we can. Hoffman back to Neuhaus. Lehner can stick the ball in. We know that. We've seen him do it. Lehner. And I don't know what happened there, but the ball skims past the post and we don't score a goal. Corner from Hoffman. In swinging to the far post. I do need to have a look at these corners. This is just not, it's not working at all for us on the corners. Swings the ball in, and we don't know whether we got a header on that one. It was towards the goal. Hoffman, slide it in. Hit the ball, hit it. Somebody hit the ball. Weigl, what can he do with it? Elvede, Lehner. Looking like we might be able to build something here, but that ball is headed back to the keeper, and that was... That, I mean, frustrating is not the word. I mean, how we can go from looking like we're going to score a goal to nothing in the flick of a switch, I don't know. Hoffman on this right-hand side is going to sling this ball in. We do get a header on there. It was directed really well, but the game is going to peter out now unless the AI is going to put us through another excruciating 15 highlights, and no, it's not. So we got a 1-1 against Leipzig. I mean, not a bad result if I'm honest. I'm going to say I have to sympathise with you. It didn't go our way today, and we pick a point up, which is not great. We're still down in 13th place with 8 points. Not fantastic if I'm honest. Bayer 04 are in the relegation area, and they only have 3 points less than us. And with that, I think we're going to wrap this episode up. Sorry, there's been quite a lot of whinging in today's episode, but this game drives me absolutely potty. And I'm sure a lot of you out there will sympathise and empathise and all of that kind of icing stuff, because it drives us all potty. I know it does. Some of the stupid things that happen in the game. But anyway, we move on to the next episode. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't think there's been an awful lot to enjoy, but, you know, a thumbs up would be great. And, you know, if you're new around here, then spread the word. I'd like to get the channel, you know, moving up. It is moving up very slowly, but, you know, it could be moving up a bit quicker. Anyway, as you've seen, there's lots of work to be done here. Transfers are out of the question now till January. The bank balance is looking pretty poor. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be able to do with this squad, other than moving players around, trying different positions, trying different tactics. But to see if we can do any of that and start moving ourselves up into that board requirement Europa League spot. And it would be very nice to see you in the next episode. So we'll see you very, very shortly. Well, hopefully we will.